Hi, I'm Ranger. I live on a small farm in Okuku, Canterbury. I'm 10 years old and tomorrow I'll be 11. Me and my sister Izzy share this bedroom. She has Down syndrome and I have Crohn's disease. Izzy is very funny and she's good at acting. She loves to act out the Frozen film.
Come on, Elsa.
And she's always trying to get me to dress like Elsa. My dad's called Wayne. He's really good at cooking and he helps me practice my soccer.
Gillian's my mum. She's a movie director and she's really good at looking after us.
Action!
We like to do creative things together, like making films or making music together. A little bit of a different family, I suppose. We're a little bit crazy.
Hello? Are you making something, Izzy? Yep, they're all for you.
Izzy?
Yeah?
Dad?
Yeah.
What's up? Izzy?
Whose birthday is it? Where is he?
Dad's like the fun guy. We all have a good time with Dad.
How old are you now, Ranger?
Wait. 11.
When I get home, I always coming into a happy space. It's just the energy of all the people in the house. But I suppose I just love my family, That's the thing. I just like, they're so cool.
We're pretty easygoing, but we've got our own little individual quirks as well. We all have our own little way of doing things. But we laugh a lot, and I think we're all appreciative of each other's differences.
Happy birthday, dear Ranger. Happy birthday to you. Quickly, Izzy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
11! Oh, it's a hard one. Blue tack, yes! Finally, I got blue tack.
He keeps asking for blue tack.
I'm going to sneak it in the night and give Izzy a blue tack mustache.
I hope not.
Yeah,
Is that the plan?
this is my moustache. I've been waiting.
It's a sock.
The relationship between Ranger and Izzy, I think it is different to what you would get with siblings where there isn't a special needs involved. They're not as competitive. And whilst there might be some things that he misses out on, then he gains something else which is equally as special. And I think that's just the nature of our family.
Thank you. We're just about to feed the goats and then we're going to walk the dogs. And they don't just give me.
We live on 20 acres. We've got a little bit of a hobby farm. The kids do help out with the animals.
Every dog does poo and gets sweet.
She said when the dog does a poo, she gets a treat. Come on. Izzy will give me the dishes and I will put them in the dishwasher. Are you puffed?
Yes.
Izzy's quite good at getting us up. After dinner, she's got a little routine. She likes to have some music on and everyone has to have a little dance.
Having Crohn's disease is sometimes a bit annoying when you have injections once a week, and if you're not in remission, you have to go toilet 12 times a day.
Over the years, I have tried a lot of different medicines. I've had to get good at taking pills. And my mum has made me try a lot of different diets.
So Crohn's disease, it causes changes on the surface of the bowel, and it's a little bit like being swollen and red. Sometimes I like to explain it when people have a cut and it gets infected on the skin, and it gets a bit sore and a bit red and swollen and puffy, and then if you move it, it'll hurt, wouldn't it? And that same sort of process happens for Crohn's disease inside your tummy?
They always check my tummy.
In the early days, it was pretty tough. He was very, very ill. We were having diarrhoea and blood kind of 12 times a day, changing nappies, being tested for gluten and being tested for dairy intolerance. We had to go through all of that before finally he was diagnosed Crohn's disease.
I felt it was so unfair on him that he couldn't have that initial life like a lot of other children did, where he could run around and really enjoy himself. So you just feel like, oh, what, you know, and you get quite frustrated because there's nothing you can do. He had one birthday there where he had a bowl of milk for his cake, you know, and everyone else had all the nice stuff, and he just was able to sip this bowl that we put a couple of floating ships in. I thought, oh, you poor thing. And I bet when he looks back at it now, you know, he realises that it must have been a bit tough for him.
Since I was 7, I've taken medication that puts my Crohn's in remission.
Being in remission means that your Crohn's is like asleep.
It was such a change when he got that medication and he started turning into the boy he could have always been, and seeing him so happy.
It's beautiful to see the personality he should be, as opposed to the little boy that was struggling.
I'm at camp for kids with Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. And this is a place where kids can talk to each other so they know that other kids have the same problems they do.
Are all of us gluten dairy free?
No, those are gluten dairy free with that label, and these are gluten free.
I'm just gluten free.
You're just gluten free, so you can have any of those.
Yeah. A few nights ago, me, Mackay, and Brayden got drunk because we got such a sugar rush that we just started like falling over each other, and we just like got really crazy.
We never did anything. This was all a lie. It was all a lie.
Anything.
So what happens when you guys eat lots of sugar?
Well,
Just get sugar rush.
sugar rush and diarrhea.
Are you not eating?
Not hungry.
Everyday life, run to the toilet.
Do you go to the same school as your sister, Ranger?
Well, my sister Izzy's got Down syndrome, so she's 8, but it's kind of like she's 4 years old. So it's kind of both your brain and mentally. Like she's really short and she has trouble talking because her tongue's longer than everybody else's. She's quite smart for a kid with Down syndrome.
Press tar. We've got one perfect one, so I think we'll be all
No,
right for
I'm
the show.
scared.
That's all right. And action.
Hey, I cookie. I make purple whistle, have bowl, egg, 2 cup, 1 sugar, 1 figure, and salt with cook. This one.
All right, do it in this one first. Izzy, she's a little bit of a performer. She has grown up around cameras and things, and the acting side seems to come naturally for her.
Yay!
We want 250. That's a big number. What's actually surprised me is that she's also taken on board a little bit of the directing, and she's very quickly kind of figured out how the filmmaking process works.
Okay. Can I cut? What, guys? Oh, a cut? Cut.
What's 6 plus 3?
Is 9.
Down syndrome comes about through there being an extra chromosome, trisomy 21. So instead of 2 copies of the 21st chromosome, Izzy has 3. 3 plus 2?
Is 4.
No, have we think about it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It messes up the way the brain operates. So memory recall is difficult, which makes learning more difficult. Speech can be affected, just to being able to make the same sounds that we make can be quite difficult.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
We always knew we wanted to have a second child. Izzy was planned. We went for the 12-week scan, and it was there that you could tell something wasn't quite right. The lady quite bluntly said, "Oh, we've done the sums and it looks like you have a 1 in 4 chance of your child having Down syndrome." To be honest, it hit me over the head like a hammer. I think I went into the toilets and burst into tears, to be honest. Just because it was so incredibly unexpected.
I think it was a bit of a shock area that I don't really know what I was thinking at that point. You know how sometimes things happen and you just go, your mind goes, well, my mind goes, I couldn't think much at all. And then I was just trying to think about comforting Jill, I suppose. But I think she wasn't very happy at that point, But
I do recall talking to my baby and just sort of bonding with her in a way. I didn't know she was a she at the time. But I remember just thinking, well, hey, you're my baby and I wanted you. And I'm your mum now, even though you're tiny right now, I'm still your mum. So, whatever is coming to us, we'll face that together. So, So I'll take a moment.
Earlier on, when you get that initial thing, you're just like, oh, what's it going to be like? When you meet Izzy, that was, everything started coming, all those worries disappeared. The more she grows and the more she was exuberant and just the most magical thing that's really happened. Apple of my eye.
I guess we're quite an intellectual sort of family, so that idea for me of intellectual disability was quite confronting and made me have to really challenge in myself what the standards are of what makes you clever and what makes you intelligent. And I had to really rethink that, and along the way Izzy has really taught me that lesson.
It's quite fun having a sister with Down syndrome.
Why is that?
Just because she likes playing games and partying, and she does a lot of crazy stuff.
I like birds and cars. They hurt.
Human, yummy.
Big butter lamb. I don't Izzy.
I was aware that people with Down syndrome learn more visually, and it dawned on me that actually using movies could be more effective in this as well. Okay, so we're going to make a ranger in danger. You want to do that today?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the giant rabbit costume?
Yeah.
We're going to use that, okay?
I look behind me.
Yeah.
Look back. He's not there. I look behind me again, and he's right, right to there. Yeah.
Yes. What do you want to do?
I like Frozen.
You want to make Frozen. So in the meantime, Izzy really loves Frozen, and everything we do would like to incorporate a moment of that. Right, scooting around, Izzy, please. And action.
I can't jump that far.
So there's an interesting sort of side effect when we were making little family movies. Izzy will watch these movies over and over again, and she will pick up the language that's used in the movies. So if Ranger says a line, in watching it, she will learn that line, and then we'll hear it coming back to us in everyday life.
We're going to have to go and hunt that rabbit.
Yeah.
And Izzy, you say, what are we going to wear?
What am I going to wear?
I don't know. Let's look.
Yeah.
I'll wear it.
Okay, stand next to Ranger. Now fighting the rabbit.
Right.
No.
And action.
This
things. Are you the Easter Bunny?
Oh, no.
Ranger, Izzy, where are those carrots?
Sorry, Mum, there's no carrots. The rabbit took them.
Well, never mind, let's have omelette instead. How about getting me some eggs, please?
Uh-oh.
I made my first feature film in 2000, Snakeskin, and since that time I've done a lot of commercials and documentaries, but I haven't actually done another feature film. But when Ranger came along with the Crohn's disease and then Izzy with her Down syndrome, it just was a little bit too much to keep making features, so I took some time out. So I think this is quite a good shot. Let's zoom in just a little bit over. Nice. The kids are growing up a little bit, so I'm starting to actually get back into my work again. Like in the film where there'll be 2 or 3 images that just sort of set a tone for that scene. I think I'm a different person coming back into directing. I have a wider experience. I bring my family with me. It's basically set in post-earthquake Christchurch. It's about a bunch of people who lost their homes in the earthquake and were sort of done over by the insurance companies. And that picket fence. This film does have a Down syndrome character in there. And you've still got the poor old sky. I'm a little bit nervous about taking on a new feature film, and it's going to require a little bit of sacrifice from our family. There'll be times where I just won't be available to the family for a few weeks at a time. Hello, Ranger speaking. It's Mum here. How are you feeling? All right. Yeah. Remember, you can take another one of those pills now if you need to. All right. Just pop Dad on for a minute. Bye-bye. Hello. I just thought he'll need sheets for his bed. There's a spare duvet in our room, sitting in a stripy bag, and it says single duvet. So just use those rather than having to unmake his other bed. Okay. Everything all right? Still filming and about to go for food soon, so I better go. All right, love you lots and I'll see you soon. All right, bye-bye. I suppose I'm a director at home too. That's probably a bit, I can't help it.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the throwing, because we might break something. You know what I mean? Sometimes Izzy just goes, band practice, and we all run out. I don't really push them to learn notes and that sort of stuff. They sort of just like their energy, they just come in and make some noise, and then sometimes it gets into a bit of a jam and something comes out of it.
I'm gonna mess this up.
Anyway, just give it a go.
I was happy.
I don't even know when I start and stuff, so.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you hit it, Izzy. I have this sort of idea that I've always got to be doing something because life's pretty short. You've only got one, so I'm sort of on that trip, if you would call it. That's quite loud. You've got to calm down.
I have a pill once a night and I have an injection once a week and a blood test every 3 months.
We are on the right leg at number 3. Having methotrexate, which is sort of from the chemotherapy family of drugs, it does have some of the same side effects. So you do get nausea. The nurse came out and taught both Wayne and I how to do the injections, and 1 white pill to stop the nausea. Sometimes he screams when he has the injection. A few times we've had tinnitus from sitting too close to it, so occasionally we'll put earmuffs on.
And I don't listen to him yelling, because, you know, and then I just wait 5 seconds, and I wait another 5 seconds, get it out. You know, yes, I sort of go in remote control.
And how are you feeling now before it happens?
Scared.
Why is that?
Just because sometimes it really hurts and sometimes it doesn't hurt at all, and I don't really know what's going to happen.
It's all right, Ranger. It's okay. Hold on, Ranger. Almost finished. You okay?
Oh, what question is based on Minecraft? Can I go sit down? Doesn't that microphone need to come off or?
It's always horrible doing that, isn't it?
Feel mean.
I'm just wondering now, because it seems like the last couple of turns I've had, they seem to hurt more. I am doing it. I'm doing it gently. It's like...
I mean, I've had ones where I do it. We take turns because neither of us really
enjoy
like doing it. As Ranger grows, it's important for him to start to take more control of his illness himself and to be involved in the decisions about what kind of medication he takes. We're very fearful about seeing him ill again and what that will mean for us and how we'll cope with that. I worry a little bit about the future, and particularly as Ranger gets a bit older and the gap between Ranger and Izzy starting to widen a little bit.
Okay, do it. This now.
For instance, when Ranger gets his first girlfriend, I don't think she's going to like that.
1, 2.
I am aware that there may be moments in our society when someone may tease her, or there may be obstacles put in her way that we're not expecting and that aren't fair.
What do you need? I need hot pies really hot.
I think the first time that Ranger really sees that happen and gets a real sense of the difficulties his sister may face in life, I think that's going to break his heart a little bit too. Izzy goes to North Lowburn School. It's a great little country school where they're incredibly supportive of her. This year she is moving up a class, but she's sort of stepping up into the sort of slightly older kids. She's actually very, very excited about it.
I want you to tell your partner about some exciting food that you ate.
I had some physically like pizza. We're eating some pizza on surface.
I mean, I worry a little bit about the future for Izzy, about how she's going to be when she becomes self-aware of the fact that she's different. I mean, at the moment, she's not really aware of what Down syndrome means. It's quite difficult for her with Down syndrome to make friends. She hasn't really made close friends at school.
Izzy likes playing hockey, and we sometimes play with her.
To get the spelling right and everything. Okay.
From time to time, I've actually gone into the school and had a little chat about what Down syndrome is. As the kids get older, the questions that they have become more sophisticated. They want to know, will Izzy get a job? Will she have a family?
We know Gillian as Izzy's mum. And Gillian is going to just spend a little bit of time talking to us about Izzy and Down syndrome.
The main thing to remember is that Izzy is just like you guys. She really loves hockey, she really loves basketball, she loves dancing and singing. She's going to go to high school, she's going to get a job, you know, and it just takes her a little bit longer to learn things. And anything that you can do to make her feel more welcome at school, and you know, you don't have to be best friends, but just occasionally if you can, in the playground and stuff, include her in occasional games. Sometimes you may need to explain the rules a little bit more to Izzy. When I look at the relationship between Ranger and Izzy, I kind of think, wow, in actual fact, Izzy could well be the best thing that ever happened to Ranger. She makes him a better person, and I have no concerns whatsoever about the future, and I don't think she's ever going to be a burden on him or on our family at all. I think she is an absolute blessing to us.
This is Liam, and this is Jaden, and we like to play basketball.
And what about your sister? Is it does she try and play with you?
Yeah, sometimes she plays with us. Tuffy, what are you? No, Tuffy, away. Okay, Izzy, I'll save some of mine for Tuffy. Chapter 1. Crack. The eight ball zoomed across the table and dropped neatly into the corner pocket. That's the game, Agent Rockstar.
And sleep up here because I'm sleeping up there.
And in the night, this is what you do.
Ranger's up there now. Hubble bubble, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Now it's time to snuggle cuddle. Around my Izzy, a magic bubble for to keep her safe and out of troubles. And to that Down syndrome we say, you're trouble and magic and we love you, okay? All right, night-night, sweetie. You kiss? Good night.
Good night.
It's one of those things, isn't it? You know, you can't tell what your life is going to be, and I'm just going like happy, 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 and then thinking I'm, you know, having a bit of a life, but then you come along and you get something even bigger than that.
Whatever life throws at us, we just take a deep breath and find a way to just keep going and have some fun and never stop enjoying life.